Hey, how are you? It's Blue, and in today's video, I'm going to tell you about another one of my main universes, The Girl from the Stars. I actually don't have an official name for it, but that's about it. Let's get started. I'm doing a video on this universe because recently I finished my best artwork yet, in my opinion, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So, how did I come up with this universe? When did I decide to make this story? It started about last summer, near my birthday, which is coming up. I wanted to write a novel because for some reason BookTok got in my For You page or something. I don't know, I know that I wanted very much to start writing. And so I did, and I started to come up with this concept and story that I'm going to tell you about. It all starts off with Cyeva, which is the girl in the middle. She's an alien from the Irme Empire, which basically just conquer worlds and stuff and go around the universe terrorizing people. They decided they were going to invade the Earth, so their ship is floating above the Earth right now during the story, and Cyeva is the princess of the Empire and daughter of the emperors. She's an only child and is pretty timid, and she's pretty timid, but everyone else in her planet has that personality, is basically just neutral all around. They always have a neutral expression because it's seen as like elegant and classy, and just it's the standard for everyone, especially the royalty, because they need to be seen as robust, you know. So as they always do, the emperors send the princess down to Earth to investigate a little the area and collect information about the planet they're about to invade. Meanwhile, the other two main characters, which are named Diogo and Eva, are flying from America to Portugal because they're half Portuguese. The story is set in Jerez, which is basically the north of the country, in a fictional place that I made up called Pereira do Norte, which translates to how do you say that? Pereira is basically a place where there's a lot of pear trees, and that's just where they're planted. Okay, so Eva and Diogo go to Portugal to visit their grandparents, and on one random night go to this kind of forest to go for a walk, and they find Cyeva and her guards, and that's basically where the story starts. They have a band which includes the other two members that I'm drawing. They are Carmo, Julio, and Daniel. The story is about them messing around as teenagers and finally giving an opportunity for Cyeva to express herself, and it just basically revolves around them being dumb. Eventually they prevent her parents from invading the Earth, and there's the whole plot twist surrounding that, but I'm not going to spoil it, you know? I'm sure you're driving absolutely insane for not knowing the plot. Maybe I'll tell you the story in full detail one day. Or you can read it if it comes out in a novel, actually. I don't know, I love them very much. They're my children. And yes, I know Cyeva looks very anthropomorphic, but I don't really care. She does have 6 fingers and 2 sets of boobs, so that's a win, I guess. So, what am I trying to pass through this novel and this story and these characters? I feel like every day we get closer to everyone just being the same, and with the rise of AI, creativity and diversity is just disappearing. I feel like this story just celebrates being human and emotional and our diversity and the luck we have for being able to be ourselves while we still can. I know this story isn't going to really impact anyone. I don't know if it's even going to be released, but I think thinking about it and putting it out there is just, it's also a way to contribute. What do you think of my very philosophical message? Honestly, I don't really know what I'm saying, but I hope you're enjoying this yap session so far. So now I'm going to address the reason why I haven't posted in so long. As you know, it's the end of the school year and I have so many evaluation tests. It's crazy. I mean, not anymore. I'm posting this because I don't have any more tests, but I didn't post this earlier because I was studying for the 5 tests I was going to have in a week. That's the main reason actually, but I also have a second one which is more embarrassing. So I have an Apple Pen, right? And I always leave it on top of my iPad because it's magnetic. So I was going to the bathroom, right? And I was watching something on YouTube on my iPad while washing my hands or something, I don't know. And let's just say it falls into the toilet because I forgot to take it off. And I started freaking out, right? I took it out of the toilet water without even thinking about my hygiene because honestly I just didn't care. I just cared about my dear Apple Pen. I dried it as fast as I could. I did everything I could, right? Tried to take all the drops of water I could, and it just didn't work. So after trying for about half an hour to draw with it without any success, I deemed it dead. Later that day, my parents come home and I tell them everything that's been going on. My mom tells me to leave it untouched for a few days to see if it would completely dry out. And I do that, and a few days later, it works. It works. But meanwhile, I bought a dupe on AliExpress and it's coming up, right? I think it did arrive actually on the day my Apple Pen started working. So now I had 2 functional pens, but actually my Apple Pen wasn't totally okay, and I think it never will, so maybe I'll have to buy another one in the future because the AliExpress pen, though it works pretty well for euros, is also a little buggy. So now I have 2 functional buggy pens. And yeah, that's it, that's my life. So what does this all mean? It means that I'm going to be able to post more because I don't have any tests, in addition to 2 kind of functioning pens. This isn't really related to the topic of today's video, but I also posted on the cyeva TikTok account, so you can go check that out. As always, I put the TikTok address at the end of the videos. For this piece I decided to draw a background, which I really don't do and need to practice more, and I also did a very different rendering style, so I just went all out of my comfort zone with this. I used Procreate, which is actually starting to become my main drawing app. Experimenting with the brushes was very fun, especially in the textured background, as you can see. I think it looks great, you know, I'm proud. This took 16 hours, so now I'm relieved I get to start a new project. And that's basically it. Oh, I forgot to mention, the novel I'm writing for these characters has almost 20k words, I think. So yeah, that's a milestone, I guess. And here is the finished product. It looks great, doesn't it? What do you think? Please share your thoughts down in the comments. I might just do this rendering style again. It takes more effort and time, but I think it's totally worth it. You have a great attention span, did you know that? Well, I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye!